Good afternoon. It's going to be another hot day across KELOLAND. 92 are high Sioux Falls, 96 in Aberdeen, 100 in Pierre, and 94 in Rapid City with a chance of rain and thunderstorms. That could continue into tonight with partly to mostly clear skies. 72 Sioux Falls, 73 Aberdeen, 74 with a few isolated thunderstorms in Pierre, and 65 in Rapid City. It's going to be a hot weekend with a couple more chances of rain and thunderstorms. We'll take a look at those coming up as we begin midday in KELOLAND.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Gearing up for cardboard boat races. A preview of the event happening this weekend in Sioux Falls. Plus, a small town with a lot of history. And look at what makes Dell Rapids unique. That's coming up. Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. A 22-year-old man is in the Minnehaha County Jail this midday, accused of assaulting a woman and a child and accused of kidnapping two other children. Early this morning, police were called to a home in southwest Sioux Falls for a family dispute.
Victim on scene who stated they had been assaulted by a significant other. That person had also assaulted a small child and then fled the scene with two small children.
Following a search, officers were able to locate the suspect. Raymond Allen was arrested on a list of charges. Police say the two children had minor injuries and were returned to their mother. Allen is expected to be in court later this afternoon. This is not the first time Allen has been in trouble with the law. We did some digging, and according to online court records, he has two prior drug convictions from 2020 and 2022. In February, he was also sentenced in a domestic abuse case where he was ordered to complete a domestic violence and anger management program. Pivoting to weather, it's going to be hot out there this weekend, huh, Megan?
It really is. We're looking at temperatures reaching into the 90s, plus some humidity, at least here in eastern KELOLAND. Right now, some sunshine and 86 degrees in Sioux Falls. We do have a stronger south wind picking up right now at 10 miles an hour. As we head over to western South Dakota, not quite as hot as it was yesterday. Still on the very warm side, though. 95 right now, that north wind at 15 miles an hour, and still dealing with some of that hazy sunshine due to wildfire smoke. There is a heat advisory in place until about 7 o'clock tonight in portions of south central KELOLAND for those temperatures nearing 100 degrees. The highest temperature since midnight so far, already 100 in Phillip, 95 in Rapid City, 93 Pine Ridge, 90 in Winter, and 96 in Pierre. Eastern KELOLAND still closer to normal, but we are well on our way to warming things up. There is a stronger south wind right now at 10 to 20 miles an hour, and that will stick around as we head through the rest of today and even tomorrow. There's just a couple clouds in western South Dakota, and if we take a look under those clouds, a few light rain showers are slowly dying down. We do have a risk of severe weather as we head later into this afternoon, into this evening. For everyone there in green, it is a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong winds and small hail. But for the rest of today, that stronger south wind for everyone. 92 the high Sioux Falls, 96 in Aberdeen, 100 in Pierre, and 94 in Rapid City with that chance of late day rain and thunderstorms that could continue overnight with partly to mostly clear skies. 72 Sioux Falls, 73 Aberdeen, 74 in Pierre, and 65 in Rapid City. Tomorrow is going to be another hot day with those strong south winds continuing. 90 Sioux Falls, 94 in Aberdeen, 98 in Pierre, and in Rapid City. We have a couple more chances of rain and thunderstorms as we head through the day tomorrow, some of which could become strong to severe. It's about the same as we head into Sunday. We'll take a closer look at your full weekend in just a little bit.
Thank you, Megan. All you need is cardboard and some duct tape to compete in the Great Cardboard Boat Race this weekend in Sioux Falls. The competition is tomorrow morning at Keene Park. The homemade vessels will be judged on speed, seaworthiness, and creativity.
It's an opportunity for young and old alike to build a cardboard boat with duct tape only to hold it together and come to the pool and race against a variety of other boats from big to small.
There's also an award for the first boat to sink. I would think I would be pretty good at that one. Check in for the event starts at 9 tomorrow morning at Keene Park, followed by the races at 10. As of this morning, 39 people and 20 boats were scheduled to compete. If you do enough digging, you'll find that every small town has a unique story to tell. In Dell Rapids, the town's quarries have impacted their culture, and it's helped the town thrive for more than a century.
I think a lot of what they think about is probably the quarry that we have in town. The quarry is responsible for a large amount of our economy. We're also a very family-oriented community.
And tonight's on KELOLAND, you'll learn more about Dell Rapids' rich history. Former U.S. President Donald Trump is meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Florida today. The visit comes just a day after Netanyahu wrapped up a controversial visit to Washington, meeting with current President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, her first sit-down with a world leader since entering the presidential race. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
It's an honor to have you with us.
Former President Donald Trump is meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago, their first face-to-face talks in nearly 4 years.
Welcome, Mr. Prime Minister.
It comes a day after Netanyahu visited the White House, meeting separately with President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris.
Let's get the deal done so we can get a ceasefire to end the war.
The Biden administration is dialing up pressure for the Israeli prime minister to close a ceasefire deal that would also bring hostages home. The vice president and likely Democratic nominee outlined her vision.
It is time for this war to end, and end in a way where Israel is secure, all the hostages are released, the suffering of Palestinians in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can exercise their right to freedom, dignity, and self-determination.
National polls show Trump and Harris already running neck and neck, just days into her candidacy.
She's a San Francisco radical.
Friday morning, Harris received an endorsement from former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
As Trump adjusts his focus from Biden to Harris, the vice president is calling for a debate.
I have agreed to the previously agreed upon September 10th debate. He agreed to that previously. Now it appears he's backpedaling, but I'm ready.
In a statement late Thursday, the Trump campaign said debate details cannot be finalized until Democrats formally decide on their nominee. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
This weekend, Trump is holding a rally in Minnesota with his VP pick, J.D. Vance. The Harris campaign says it's holding a weekend of action from volunteers across battleground states to mark 100 days until the election. Still ahead, many people